Hey everybody, we back. I didn't get a chance to finish off where I was at before. So I just want to finish off where I left off before I was interrupted. So here we go. I was talking about do not gossip. No gossiping. Yeah, we're back on the politics. You know what I mean? It's not violent and is current violent only only out of constructive necessity. It's when it's needed. That's the only time you need to be violent, is when it's needed. And that's what most Muslims go by. You go by when someone transgress against you, then that's when you are the transgressor. But I know there is something in there where there is forgiveness, where you don't have to always transgress. Christians, they turn the other cheek, but that ain't the case either though. When lonely or bored, uses his or her mind to think of things to do that will help to constructively solve a problem. See, now I knew since I was younger though, really. Going to school really, like, a lot of us never learned problem solving. And that's one of the main major problems. We don't know how to solve problems. So if we learn the basics and we learn the mathematics, we will learn how to solve problems. Not just 1, 2, 3, 4, but the mathematics of everything. Everything is math. So even with your religion, if you study your religion based on the mathematics of it, you will get a better understanding. So that's basically what that is. Listen to and give maximum constructive consideration to all criticism, and does so without resentment, rancor, or contempt. You listen to people, and you don't tell somebody, when somebody is coming to you with something that's hurting them, you know what I'm saying, or something like that, you don't egg it on. You don't make them feel worse. You give them something that's going to build them up and make them feel better. Or as soon as they leave, you start laughing and talking about them, telling everybody else about their problems. Requires very few, carefully selected and non-expensive material possessions to be constructively comfortable when doing those things that bring great pleasure and enjoyment and also produce problem-solving results. Spending your money on, well, all of us. I ain't just talking to, you know what I mean? I'm looking at the camera, but I'm in all this. Everything here, that's me too. So, you know what I mean? This is a growth here. The name of this is taking notes. So I'm taking notes right along with you. So I'm growing. You're going to see a growth too as you watch. If you watch. When you start to watch. And I need y'all to subscribe and like the video and share it so we can start something. Because I'm going to start bringing on other people. I want some people on here that, with their small businesses and that's trying to do things, you know what I mean? This part of Philly never really had this kind of outlet. We need to start reaching out to each other and start spreading each other's good tidings and businesses and endeavors and whatever else they are partaking of. So requires very few, carefully selected and I read that one, has the ability to do what needs to be done and what should be done in all circumstances, and does so in the most constructive manner. This is what I mean about, we already see the neighborhood. It's not too many of us left. We can't wait too long. This is what I mean about coming together and having constructive conversations. Trust me, they having their conversations all night. They plan 25 years ahead. You think what's going on now just happened like that? They knew this was going to happen 35, 40 years ago. See, but we don't We don't sit and we don't talk with each other. All we think about is how I'm going to come up. You ain't going to come up too much longer. Keep thinking like that. Kills only for reasons that are just, correct, and constructively necessary. Never for fun, glory, or material gain. How many people is guilty of that? This is a note. The basic goal of every supporter of the United Independent Compensatory Code System concept is and must be to evolve into a universal way of life in which 1. No person will be put to death another person for any reason or mistreat another person, and 2. Every person will seek to help every other person for no reason other than that help is needed in order to maintain justice and correctness. I mean, that's plain and simple. That's what it really supposed to be. If we out here and we helping each other, then nobody will suffer. You see what's going on now, you sell your house, you think you're going to move somewhere away from this here. No, that ain't going to happen. What you got to do is you got to try to make where you at better. The people that's moving in, that's what they're trying to do. And that's what they're doing. They all the block captains. They sitting at all the meetings. We don't know what's going on in the community. We don't know nothing. But I'm talking to the men too. We got our sisters and our mothers and our aunts, nieces, little female cousins or whatever walking around, and we don't know nothing that's going on. And you wonder why the sisters is getting hurt. You know what I mean? We gotta start. And it ain't gotta be an organization. It could be a couple people. Y'all talk and y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all link up and y'all get together and y'all protect y'all neighborhood. My homie said protect what you love. And that's what we gotta do. Protect what we love. And it's gonna come soon. I've been talking like this for a minute now. And people that know me know that. And they always looking at me strange, but they see now. So right now I'm on the tip of not speaking in so much of what's going on now, because I spoke about that so much. Let's speak about what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, when we're going to do it. Questions, all questions. What is the compensatory law of interaction between people? Seek to be in contact with another person only when necessary. To do so in order or say or do something of needed constructive value. At all other times, seek to be alone. Study alone, work alone, and communicate with whatever is the origin of all things. God, all power, the Creator, Allah, the Great Spirit, etc. You know, I used to always been by myself, but at one time I used to really be like, I got a big family and I really love to be alone. You know what I mean? That's one thing that never bothered me. But what I come to realize is that we all do need each other, but it has to be constructive. You know what I'm saying? If it's family members because I have family members, you know, we get together and, you know, it's not constructive, you know. And I'm not a very talkative person, so I'm out of place. So make sure you put yourself in a spot where you are going to learn from it and you may be able to teach. So if people don't want to hear it, then they don't want to hear it. That's on them. That's what I'm learning. And it all comes with confidence and just being sure of yourself. And just, you know what you're talking about and you know the steps that you walk in. That's all. In a social material system in which the people of the known universe interact with one another in a manner that is non-just, out of balance. That's how people deal with each other. It's out of balance. You know what I'm saying? You're dealing with somebody and I'm going to just say you're dealing with a female. But you constantly, the female is battling you. The female want to come at you harder than what, you know what I'm saying? You gotta play the thug role to satisfy the female. And that's not you. So you gotta be something other than yourself. And that ain't right. So you out of balance. It is best to minimize conflict and confusion between people by minimizing contact except for purposes that are both constructive and specific. So you got to talk about what you're going to meet about. If it's nothing that's, especially the age that we are, if it's nothing that's going to build, what's the use of talking? What's the use of, you know what I'm saying? What are you talking about? You gossiping? That's the only thing. I'm a man, so I can speak like that. Women, that's, you know what I'm saying, women talk. Women talk, you know what I'm saying, on the phone with each other, their mothers, whoever. But as a man, that's what I'm talking about. People, include yourself, have too many faults, too many flaws. When people interact with each other, when it is not necessary to do so, their faults usually become greater and more numerous. The faults that people have usually produce unnecessary conflict. In addition, there is reason to believe that when people spend too much time and energy interacting with each other, they have a tendency to not allow their thoughts, speech, and actions to be motivated by the Creator, all power, all Allah, God, the Master Force. There is reason to believe that it is correct for all people to keep their minds ready to receive messages from the combined forces of the known and unknown. In a world dominated by people who are very intelligent, but who do not have the correct intentions, but it is best and correct for all people to avoid all non-constructive and or unnecessary contact with each other. That's very deep. Because how many block parties you've been to that's been shot up? How many basketball games you went to, people lost their lives? How many just house parties you went to where people just got hurt? Cookouts you went to, people get drunk and get hurt. Not everyone, but a good amount. Even on holidays, Thanksgiving, people get together and somebody wind up getting hurt. Christmas. So if you know it's that type of environment, don't put yourself there. Every day, all day, whenever, wherever you are, ask yourself these 4 basic questions. What do I want to do? Why do I want to do what I want to do? How do I plan to do what I want to do? What do I expect the constructive result to be? Again, what do I want to do? Because I have to do this myself, I got to write this down. What do I want to do? Why do I want to do what I want to do? How do I plan to do what I want to do? What do I expect the constructive result to be? That's where I'm at on number 3. How do I plan to do what I want to do? So I'm going to work on that, and I'm going to get through that. I'm going to prove to myself that I can plan some things and do things differently. You know what I'm saying? Think on a higher level and elevate myself. Elevate myself spiritually, mentally, physically, financially, emotionally, any kind of way you could think of. Well, I'm going to sign off right now, you know what I mean? I'm going to come back later and read some more to y'all. I appreciate it if y'all subscribe and like the channel. That'll show me that I can come back and have more confidence and I could get into more. And I have more books. You know what I'm saying? We could start a book club where we can just be reading books, educating each other, teaching each other. You know what I'm saying? So I hope y'all feeling me. And just let me know. And subscribe and like it. Alright? Like my videos, subscribe, and leave a comment. Okay? Let me know. Thank you.